All right, everybody. Well, I don't have it in me to film a talking head segment. I've been sitting here for a very long time trying to get the whatever to do it, and my brain is just not cooperating. So we're just gonna say fuck it this video and get straight to the gym footage and do a voiceover. There's two different days of footage in this video. One's from back day. I can't remember what the other one's from. I think it was, I had gone in and done a dedicated arm day, because I'm going to start bringing in every other week. I'm going to throw in an arm day. I just feel like I need a little bit more arm volume on this split, so that's what we're going to do. But I feel like it should be every other week, because it did have an impact on how recovered I felt by adding that in. But at the same time, I don't know. We're just going to do it. All right. I'm sure somebody's going to hop in and say, what's the point of, dropping down to 4 days if you're going to every other week drop back up to 5. It's arms. Like, it's not like I'm throwing in a leg day or a back day or something very fucking taxing. It's some arm volume, it's not going to fucking take you out. The only reason I dropped my volume and frequency was because it was too much on me mentally and physically to recover from, and was impeding my training. Could I still do that? Absolutely, but I had realized it was starting to be more of a negative than a positive. Your training's going to change over the years. Anyways, I was going to come up with some talking points, because I wanted to kind of go off on less tangents. But just like filming a talking head segment, I could not get my brain to start that task. So I'm just kind of rambling again here, but I needed to get a video up. I am excited tomorrow, which I'm recording this voiceover on a Sunday. Tomorrow being Monday, I have a package coming, and as you see in this clip, I wear my docks a lot when I lift, and that is because I am a cheap ass, and docks aren't cheap, but I'll put money into something like docks because they last a very fucking long time. But as far as regular shoes, I will go buy a $40 pair of tread safe work shoes from Walmart and wear them bitches till they fucking fall apart. And that's what I have aside from my docks, is this beat up fucking pair of Walmart shoes that are the kind you would get for working in the kitchen, the non-slips. And what are those? But I don't really give a shit. But I finally decided, you know what? I'm going to get a pair of shoes made for the gym. So I don't know how many of you know I don't know how to pronounce it, if it's Automix or Atomics. I believe it's Automix. That's what I heard somebody else say. I initially thought it was Atomics. Anyways, they make shoes specifically designed for mat sports like MMA, boxing, and bodybuilding as well. And they have a shoe called the Stingray that I've wanted for a while. And not wanted, I've been kind of interested in. I've noticed a couple people wear them in videos that I watch. I've seen footage of Lee Priest wearing them. I've seen Dr. Todd Lee, who's a YouTuber I watch. I've seen him wear them. They're very popular with bodybuilders. And so, I figured, what the fuck? Give them a shot, see how they work, see if I like them. And that took me down a neurodivergent obsession of just really getting obsessed with this shoe. And I am not somebody who just shells out, $150 for shoes usually. And so I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do this. And then my obsession took over, and I kept searching, and I found a pair on Macari in my size. Never worn, but like not brand new. They're a reseller. Like they just buy stuff and resell it. Never wore them. My size for under $50. And then on top of that, my broke ass went ahead and did the payment option. So I paid like $13 to get these shoes, and I'll just have to do that a couple more times and they're mine. But yeah, so those are coming tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm still going to wear my Docs, of course, occasionally, because I feel like it kind of is my thing at this point. So as far as for my reels, a lot of them I'll probably still wear the Docs from time to time just for the aesthetic of it, but we'll give those a shot. If any of you guys have tried them, the Atomics Stingrays or any of their shoes really in the gym, let me know what you think. I had no idea until watching this back that this machine sounds like it does. So I'm leaving the volume on this clip up. This is hilarious to me. That is awful. And because I do such slow reps, it's even worse. Sorry, I just thought that was funny. We're going to drop the volume back down on this real quick. But yeah, that was just funny to me. I wear those Beats headphones, and they have that noise canceling setting, and so I don't hear stuff like that. There was actually a clip I had to cut out of this footage where my buddy's saying my name over and over and over again, and I am completely oblivious to the fact that he's calling for me. It's actually a really funny clip, but I had to cut it out, obviously, because he's saying my name. You'll see him in the arm day footage. It is my friend who got me started lifting. He started coming to my gym again, but you'll see him pop up. But like I said, there's footage from 2 different lifts in here. Again, I didn't film everything I did. I don't know why I do that. I just it's kind of whatever I feel like. If I feel like if it's too much of a hassle to set up a camera and fuck with it, I don't do it. But yeah, let's talk about, I guess, some of the lifting instead of just random bullshit. Again, here we are over here with these rows that I often film. It's really just because I can set the phone on that machine opposite, and it's a pretty good angle. But I get asked about my routine often, and while I have lifts that I do every time, like for whatever day it is, I switch things up with my accessory movements a lot. And like I'll have my heavy lifts that I do every time, but I really go in, and aside from that, I kind of freestyle it and do different movements or try different versions of movements that I usually do. And I end up kind of stumbling across things that I didn't notice or before, or didn't know I could do it that way. and or didn't know that that movement worked until I tried it a certain way, or worked for me, I should say. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I often question that. But the reason I bring that up is I tried a few new things, not from this back day, but the one I just did yesterday, which I filmed a little bit of that too, but it's not in this video. But I tried out doing, at the end of my back day, I went over and just did assisted pull-ups, as many as I could, and a drop set, just to completely burn out. That I'm feeling today. I mean, who knows? It could have been, there were multiple new things I tried, and every time I try something too new, I get some DOMs going on, which is good. It's a good sign for me, as long as it doesn't go on for too many days. The way, I bring him up a lot, but I do really learn a lot from his content. I heard Dr. Todd Lee say this. He was explaining like a soreness scale. He said you want to be at a 1 to 2, like 4 being the most extreme, like I can't fucking move, take me to the hospital. 1 or 2 being like I'm sore, but I can function, He said you want to be at like around between a 1 and a 2 for about 1 to 2 days. And I'm paraphrasing. I could be fucking up what he said. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't repeat somebody else's stuff and then fuck it up. But the general concept was, you don't want to do so much damage that you aren't recovered by the next time you come in, right? To hit that body part. And you want to also allow for enough time for growth. So if you, like the way I used to train, I would just pummel the shit out of a thing, and I would go in, I was still sore as fuck by the time I would go in to hit that again. And it's like you're not even giving the muscle a chance to get back to baseline, let alone grow. And it really put a lot of things into perspective for me. So that was part of the volume pullback. The reason I'm adding the arms back in is again, I feel like they could use a little bit more. I feel like I can handle it, but I don't feel like I could handle it on an every week basis. So that's why I was just sprinkling in every other week some arm volume. I thought might be a solution. And again, like I've said a billion times, everything is trial and error. I'm not sure why this is vertical. This might have been for a reel, and I just threw it in with these clips. I think that's what happened here, but this isn't like impressive or very heavy or anything, but that's the thing, man. It's not about always trying to impress people. Like, it shouldn't ever be about that. It should be about getting, quality reps that you can control and not just slinging weight around. I mean, there's merit to that, and I ego lift just like everybody else, but I do it at the beginning of my lift. And as the longer I'm there, the lighter the weight gets.
And then you can kill all the preachers you want.
This is the arm day volume, or dedicated arm day footage. I actually brought my mic with me this day, so I'm probably not going to do as much of a voiceover with these clips, but I also don't want it to be long periods of silence when I'm not talking. So I'll just hop in whenever I feel it's appropriate. 96. $72. All right. I don't know if this will work with this copyrighted music in the background, but today was actually a scheduled rest day, but I decided I needed to throw in some more arm volume because on the 4-day split, what happens a lot of times is the whatever I'm trying to think of, tripping over my words here. I feel like I'm not hitting biceps or triceps as well as I could because they tend to get pushed to the end of the lift. So like biceps is on chest day. I'll do a bunch of heavy chest stuff, go through all that, and then I'm like, oh yeah, duh, I got to do biceps too. And so they don't get hit as well as I would like them to. And so I thought today I would come in and just do a dedicated arm day, and then we'll do that, I believe, every other week, and then just kind of throw that in there to keep arms where I'd like them to be. They are doing better than they were around the elbow joint issue period, which has gotten a lot better since I've backed off. But I'm going to try to do these without those wraps because they do tend to. Sometimes they hurt. They seem to do more damage than they're. It seems to be more of a negative than a positive, we'll say. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time speaking today, but it is what it is. But let's see. We'll start off with some. I'm going to do a bunch of cable stuff, I think, just because it's convenient. But I like this bar for curls, and I like to kind of lean back. We're starting off with 120. All right. We'll drop down to 108. And this is what I'm talking about with these stacks, how they're weird. What is why is it 108 pounds or 49 kilograms? That is weird. Why? Am I just stupid? I don't understand that. Just make them normal increments. Am I just missing something? I don't understand why it's 108 pounds. All right, drop down to 108. flapping my gums kind of defeats the purpose of doing a drop set. I didn't mean to slam that like that. £84. I'm just gonna run the stack. Ooh. I'm trying to be, I don't know. And those who follow me on Threads already saw this, but this is my new sick ass Doom shirt that I got Amazon. But the only thing that would make this cooler is if it was white on black print. I'm a sucker for that black and white aesthetic, but my second choice would be red. But you gotta love Doom, man. Those are the two examples of unstoppable brutality. Jason and the Doom Slayer. But let's see, we're gonna do another drop set of this, I think, and then we'll do some tricep stuff. I need to get back on my unilateral tricep kickback thingies I do on cables. Pushback, whatever you call those. I've never been one to get the names of my movements correct, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I just never took the time to memorize some of these or learn what they were. A lot of them I just kind of stumbled upon doing. But yeah, we're gonna do another drop set, and then we'll do some triceps stuff, and back to biceps, back to triceps, and then we'll walk out of here with hopefully some arms as big as some people's torsos. That's the goal, right? I gotta get a little book and write down the compliments that some of you guys leave me on Threads and Instagram. There's a couple of you that get very creative with your compliments, and I appreciate them very much. Some of them make me laugh quite a bit. There's dudes talking about me pushing houses off of foundations and shit. That's funny. I love that. All right, but see, we started at 120 last time. We'll start at 108 again. And so you guys don't think that I'm making this up, we're going to bring this down here, and I'll show you. It is, for whatever reason, well, I'm trying to get the camera on it. 108. Where is that? There we go. 108. Like, what are these increments, guys? 144 pounds. 156. That makes no sense to me. All right. But yeah, go back to 108 and do another drop set. Lean back. $96. $72. Fuck. Now we gotta balance that out in the back, huh? I'm gonna need my music. I was like, why am I not into this? And realized it's because I'm just talking. So I'm gonna put my music on and probably do a voiceover for the rest of this. All right, we're back to just rambling here. Man, I think about this a lot. That, like, about how many people try to get into fitness or lifting or whatever and give up when they don't see the results they want in a certain time frame. And that's the thing with lifting, is, and why I love it so much, is it's not an instant gratification. You have to just continuously and consistently keep putting in work into something and hope that you're doing it correctly to get the best results, without a lot of feedback letting you know that you are. It seems like I'm not growing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course you got those newbie gains stage, but you gotta consistently lift to get to that point. A lot of people give up before they even get there. So it's not an instant reward, but I think that's what makes it so much more enjoyable when you do get those gains, is you know how much work you put into it, and you know that you continue to do so without being 100% positive that you were going to get that reward at the end, if that makes sense. That gives it so much more value to me personally. And it is, man, it's really cool that you can come back and look at old pictures and be like, oh shit, I really have grown. Like, that's awesome when you get, and that's why I think it's very important that you do take progress pictures. But there's been, multiple occasions where I will be kind of feeling like, man, I don't know, am I stalled? Have I not made progress? And I'll see a memory pop up from a year ago, and I'm like, okay, yes, I have. Like I've even thought, man, I'm losing size, I'm getting smaller, and I'll see an old picture and be like, okay, no, you're not. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of it's good to have those reference points to kind of keep you pushing. Now I'm watching this back and hearing just how loud I am. I've discovered a lot about myself, by starting this channel. And one of those things is that I'm apparently that guy that's groaning in the gym and isn't even aware of it, apparently. I'm pretty sure it was this day that I'm thinking about, but I came in, I got to the gym earlier than I normally do that day, and I got there before they had even opened, actually. And I have 24-hour access, so I can, go up and scan and get in there. Well, anyways, I was in there and I was already lifting and I had my mask on and everything, and I just kind of thought this was funny that, imagine showing up to work. You go and you open up, you walk in, and there's a fucking guy in your workplace wearing a black face mask. I mean, they all, have seen me and know what I'm doing. So I just imagine if they didn't, though. That's what's making me laugh. Back on the topic of new lifters, it's funny, man, because when people start going to a gym, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way, you don't really feel comfortable. You don't know anybody there. And that can discourage a lot of people. And I noticed, I didn't like actively think about it as it was happening, but I've been going here a couple years now, and I felt that way when I started going to this gym, and now I feel like I own the place. Like, it's just it's weird how your mindset can completely change just as you get more comfortable. And it's the same thing with making content. It's really, as I've talked about ad nauseum, it was very uncomfortable filming in public to begin with, but that is all kind of fallen away the more I do it. But the reason I bring that up is, everyone kind of feels like that when they start going to a gym, I'm sure. So don't let that discourage you. I promise you, no one gives a shit what you're doing. No one's looking at you. If they are, doesn't matter. Like, they should be. If they're worried about you, they're probably not doing too well with their own training, because they should be focused on that. But don't worry about what other people are thinking about you or any of that. Just do it, man. You have just as much as a right to be there as anyone else. If I was smart, I would have split these into 2 videos. But here we are. I'm starting to run out of steam. I lift earlier in the day, and then I got to go straight to work. So often when I'm recording these, it's later at night, and all my caffeine and stuff is worn off and kind of dragging ass a little bit. But yeah, I actually stopped doing rope pushdowns for a while because of the elbow joint. and this was the first time I was bringing him back in with the ropes. And I believe I went lighter with these. Can't tell because the camera's not facing the stack, but yeah, I kind of went in and did some movements I haven't done in a while. Sometimes when you say an exercise gets stale on you, or it's just not working for you anymore for whatever reason, sometimes if you kind of just stop doing it, come back to it later, it feels good. Or even a movement that didn't ever work for you, you can come back to it, a year later, and all of a sudden it does. So yeah, I threw in the ropes, and I did some just some different movements I haven't done for a minute. Okay, well, my phone almost died as I was doing that recording, so I had to unplug my mic. So hopefully this audio quality isn't too bad, but I used to do my voiceovers like this, so it should be fine. I'm kind of running out of shit to talk about. Here's those single arm or unilateral ones. I'm making myself uncomfortable, by the way. I'm staring at the camera. And then just assisting once you can't push it all the way back anymore with the other hand, and then releasing for that eccentric. Generally I do these pretty high reps, but I'm pretty sure I was about cooked at this point. I always appreciate it when people say kind things, but I've had multiple people say something to the effect of, I'm trying to get like you, or I'm just trying to get to your size, or you have the physique I want. And, I know I've said this ad nauseum, but you cannot do that. Be proud of the gains you have made, and only compare yourself to past you, because that's all we can do. Be proud of your progress. Do not compare yourself to me or anyone else. We often don't appreciate what we have, or we take things for granted. Don't do that, man. Be proud of the work you've put into get the physique you do have, and just keep improving.
Check it out, man. Look at it. See, this is a good omen. You get out in the woods by yourself and you just see a bunch of turtles doing their thing. They were just out booking today, man. I saw probably 5 or 6 more than that, too.
Jesus.
I was like, all right.
Hell yeah.
Well, the world is as it should be in some facets.
Right. You gotta find...
Turtles are doing their fucking thing.
You gotta find the normalcy somewhere.
Dude, all you gotta do is go out in nature. It's gonna be here when we're gone.
Right.
Realize real quick how unimportant all of our bullshit is.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, my arms, dude. Fuck. You know what I'm gonna try? I saw these in a video years ago, and I started doing them, and I haven't done them in forever. But it's almost like a rear delt movement with a tricep kickback kind of put into it. So if you see, I adjusted the attachment down, and I don't know how I'm going to do it with this table behind me, but I don't use an attachment. If I pull out like this, maybe, but you pull back like a rear delt movement and then bend up. It's like a kickback in between. I forget the guy's name that I saw these from, but he's an actual doctor. It's not Dr. Todd Lee. This guy's a skinnier guy, but the concept behind this is because your tricep is also responsible for pulling your arm back. If you tried these, you would feel it. You feel your tricep working. So they definitely hit your tricep. It's a little bit goofy of a movement, like just it looks weird, but it definitely hits your triceps. It's supposed to hit a specific spot of your tricep. I don't know. I don't claim to understand all the sciencey shit, but I will try it out. If it doesn't fucking work, it doesn't work. All right. A little goofy to wear a belt for this, but whenever I try to use it, it hurts my lower back tremendously. Like pulls my weight forward or something. Also have trouble getting my arms to rest in this comfortably. But I always feel kind of goofy walking around with this thing on. But we're going to do a couple drop sets on dumbbells over here. Can't really get a good camera angle, but whatever. That's how I know my spine's messed up. Even with the belt, it still kind of hurts my back.